Money day, people. I hope we are all having a blessed Sunday. Okay, I'm bringing you another outlook for the week ahead, the month ahead. Okay, the start of the new month is upon us. We are in July, and what a month June was for us, guys. Okay, for those that have been in our Discord communities, you've been seeing the trades we've been calling. You've been seeing the action that's been unfolding. If you aren't in the Discord, then you need to be asking yourself why you're not in the Discord and get involved, okay? Like we're literally, guys, like our win rates from the past month of June, they speak for themselves. For those in the Discord, they know we've been getting guys paid. So head over and inquire now on our website or hit us up on social media to inquire about how you get started and how you get access to our communities, guys. It's really that simple, okay? Now, before we get into, of course, we're going to check the economic calendar for the month ahead, starting with Monday, of course. The 3rd of July, we're looking at high impact news, see what could potentially affect the markets. Okay, now starting off, we've got some PMI for the Aussie, for those that are Aussie traders, of course. It's got inflation for the Swiss franc. So for those that are trading Swiss franc pairs, definitely watch out for that. Inflation is a hot topic right now. We also have a lot of PMI. So PMI is manufacturing data for like European countries. That kind of stands out too. And then we got some PMI for the dollar as well. So nothing crazy, but still some high impact stuff to start off the week. Going into Tuesday, we got an interest rate decision for the Aussie. Okay, that's pretty early in the morning, but again, definitely worthy if you do trade Aussie pairs. Wednesday, we have retail sales, of course, for Aussie as well. So a lot of Aussie stuff, to be fair, so far. We got more PMI data for Eurozones. We got PMI for the UK as well. Then we got the FOMC minutes. Okay, so this is when the Federal Reserve get together and talk amongst themselves about the current economy, the climate of the economy and stuff like that. So definitely look out for that. We got oil stock as well. That's pretty late. It's normally earlier than that's pretty late, but we'll see what happens. And then Thursday, we got balance of trade for the Aussie. We got retail sales for the Euro. We've got jobless claims for the US going into the afternoon. PMI for the USO, a lot of US data as well. And then Friday, unemployment rate for the Swiss franc, so quite important. We got a speech from one of the members of the ECB. We've got employment data and unemployment data for the CAD, as well as the NFP for the US. So that's definitely high impact, okay, coming into that Friday. But a lot of things before that as well. So we can definitely tend to find some setups as well. So without further ado, let's go over to the charts. Okay, so what are we seeing here? So for me, I'm going to start with US oil and then I'll move over to the dollar and what my thoughts are on that. So with US oil, as the community knows, we've been calling some moves on this. We are kind of currently trending lower in terms of if we're looking at the daily picture, we are getting movement to the downside. Now, it may look like we're ranging a bit, but if you look at the high here, then we get a low, we get another high here, then we get a lower low. So with that said, we could be looking at a high being made somewhere within this candle, or a lower high being made somewhere within this candle, and now looking for another lower low to the downside. That is what I believe is on the cards. Now, this candle is definitely the area of interest, and price did get there on the Friday just gone. So looking at it like that, we're looking to see, if we want to push up higher into here, that is still valid to potentially get another short like form within that area, or if it's done enough by touching the bottom of the daily candle. Now, what we can kind of see here is I wouldn't say a breakdown, a full-on breakdown, but we are starting to see price form a little bit of a mini structure shift. Now, in terms of what we if we're going to just continue down going into that Monday, we have to wait and see going into that London Open. Of course, the Asian session tonight isn't really where I'm looking to see oil just tank down. Hopefully we don't get any gaps where the market just opens up at a gap, but we are in valid areas for sales. So looking to see, if this lower low gets taken, if we can get an entry going into that London session, or if we head higher, Then again, you know, we take out last week's high, or last Friday's high, and then play into this big daily candle. There's a lot of room for it to play from within here, but that's kind of what my bias is for oil. Now, we move over to the dollar. We start on the daily again. Okay, we can also check the monthly for the dollar as well, just to kind of give you guys an idea of how it closed. And this is how it's closed. Okay, so if you think about this candle here, and then May being quite bullish, and then we've kind of retested this monthly candle here on June. Now, my bias is still bullish. I do think we need to head higher on the dollar. I'm not really in the mindset of we're in a full-on downtrend just yet, because I don't think we're getting price giving us those lower lows. Like, you know, back in April we had this low, and then since then we haven't had a lower low. So you got to think about the whole of May, and then the whole of June we ain't really seen nothing. So I feel like there is reasons to go higher from a liquidity perspective. I feel like they may be looking to capture some liquidity, and again with the NFP and all of those other releases this week, we could see something. We could definitely see the dollar push. Now, this is an area I had on Wednesday that it did get breached on the Friday, and now we've entered a bit of a consolidation on the 4-hour. But this is the area that I will be looking at. Now, if this area doesn't hold and it goes lower, then obviously we'd have to look see if this candle is invalidated as well. But anywhere within this imbalance, price can play from once again. So let's see. Not much to give, you know, in terms of an immediate setup. We kind of got sideways movement, not much volume. So there's not much to go off as of yet, but this is an area where we can see price begin to turn bullish as well. So that's my bias for the dollar. I think we are going to potentially head higher. And if we go to GBPUSD again, I still feel like we need to come down. So this is kind of my setup. I'll walk you guys through what my thoughts are with this. So if you guys look at the bigger time frame here, you can see on this weekly, we had this massive imbalance, okay? And then, if we go to the daily, what we can see is prices started to come down off of that area. Now, we do have this eye candle here, but we also have this eye candle here that prices, you know, retraced up to and then pushed down lower. Now, this is the area immediately that I'm looking at in terms of, you know, price can definitely start to get bearish here and maybe even give us another lower low to head into this week. But obviously, I don't want to rule out that daily candle where we push from. But until this area is breached or invalidated, you know, the structure on the 4-hour, you can see we are making lower lows. Okay, the structure is actually, it's gone from where you can see higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then we've broken down past that higher low here. So the 4-hour is actually in line to continue lower. So with that and pairing it with what the dollar is showing, I would like to see potential shorts going into next week, just off of you know, what we were just seeing on the bigger time frame is kind of lining up. Now immediately, you know, if we could retest this area, or if we want to take out the Friday highs and then start to form something again, that is still valid to do. But obviously we also want to be wary of what the dollar is doing and making sure the dollar is lining up, because if the dollar is tanking and price is moving up, you know, that we gotta be consistent with the correlation and understanding that the dollar needs to be on our side for these sells to happen. So that's currently what I've got on the charts in terms of what I think can happen. So let's leave it at that. I don't want to bombard you guys with too much. I feel like I've given you guys enough to kind of start the week. So that's kind of what I want to focus on, and that will be the focal point for what we look at with the communities as well. Obviously, we've got other educators as well. They're going to be adding their charts and their thoughts as well to what they want to do, what they want to see with other instruments too. So yeah, guys, that's a wrap for this market outlook. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you have, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, we appreciate you. And also, if you've got any comments as well, put some comments in the section, and we will be happy to answer and get back to any queries we've got there. So thank you guys. Looking forward to this week ahead, man. This new month of July, like half the year gone now, man. It's really starting to, once summer starts to roll over, we'll start to see the volume start getting back to exponential levels, but one day at a time, guys. So yeah, I'm going to leave you with that. Please remember, every day is money day. Peace.